Hi guys, and welcome back. And I can't get rid of him. He's just, look, if you put him down here, he's just going to come back up again. But yeah, anyway, apart from that, how is everyone doing? So yeah, a bit of the out with the old and in with the new. So I say out with the old, in with the new. A lot of the stuff I'm replacing is a lot older than what I was getting rid of. So it's out with the new, and in with the old. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I don't know what I'm on about. But anyway, yeah, so I've got a bit of a range of stuff. Still got all my pickups that I've just went wild for with my proceeds and everything like that. So we've got a bit of a range of stuff here. Some eBay, some well, most of it's car booty stuff really. So actual car boot and car booty man. So yeah, really looking forward to showing a couple of these items actually. And to say a couple of them, I can't wait just to put them onto bloody display. But yeah, before that, I just thought I'd like to say, just in case you've not sick of me already, what I'm going to be doing is this weekend, me and a couple of other guys, we bought some fancy schmancy beers like this, and we thought we'd do a bit of a live stream and show off a couple of pickups, have a bit of a chat, and that's probably going to be about Saturday, about 8 o'clock. I know Dainster does his at about 9 o'clock, so just a quick hour. We can be the warm-up act for the Dainster's lockdown podcast. We don't mind, because thing is, we've got these beers and it's always best to share them, and with lockdown, who we're going to share them with? So what better way to do it with sharing with you guys? So yeah, you can let us know what you think about them. So yeah, I'm going to kick it off tonight because I've got mine first. I think the rest of them are still waiting for theirs, but hopefully should get it for Saturday anyway. But yeah, Berlin Jam, Berliner Weiss Wild Berries. It's only 4%. It's only in a little diddy can like this, but yeah, going to be putting it in a glass. But obviously this weekend, glasses are optional. Not everyone wants a glass, do we, Toots? So yeah, a bit of a girly one, this one's. But yeah, I've got a couple of them, so I thought I'd have one today. That's actually pretty good, actually. It's not too sweet. I was expecting it to be like overpoweringly sweet, but it's actually quite nice. Nice thick beer as well. So it's got a good taste to this one. Yeah, I'm glad I've got two of these now. Definitely glad I've got two of them. But yeah, anyway, what are we on about? Pickups. We're not a beer review show. Not until the weekend, at least, anyway. Obviously, as well, if we run over... If Dainster's not doing his podcast, we'll probably run over and do a couple of hours, to be fair. See how it all goes. We'll see it on the day. But yeah, anyway, car boot stuff. Shall we do the car boot stuff first? So yeah, I'll show you the crap first. Obviously, we like to build our way up to a bit of a crescendo, don't we? He's coming back again. Can't get rid of him. Bless you, can we? You're only just being fed as well. Right, so from a couple of different stalls, I got some PlayStation 1 games. Now, if you see, they are a bit manky, and one's FIFA World Cup 98, and the other's a Platinum Soviet drive, but it's got none of the inlays, but it does have the manual and the game and everything like that, which is a bit unusual. But what I got these for, they was both 50p each, and the cases are not too bad. I mean, there is an end label on there because obviously someone replaced it so they knew what it was in their collection. But yeah, 50p for case replacements. I'm happy with that all day long. And next up, I got a big bunch of PlayStation 3 stuff here. Bloody hell, I've got quite a lot of stuff. I just realised how much I've got here. Big bunch of PlayStation 3 stuff, and I only wanted one game, and it was at the end of the cab. I was just walking on the way out, actually. So I don't know if he had the... I never noticed them on my walk rounds before, but yeah, basically, a load of PlayStation 3, and I asked how much is Mortal Kombat DC Universe, and he was like, well, make me an offer on all of these games. I was like, well, I don't want to be cheeky. But I actually went in my pockets and I only had £2 left, and I was like, £2, is that okay? And he was like, oh, that's fine. And I was like, bloody hell, he obviously just wanted rid. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games for £2. What's that, about 21p, 22p each? Not bad. But yeah, as I say, I only really wanted this. The rest are pretty much, I think, going to go for trade. So I'm going to put this in my keep pile. If anyone wants any of these, EA Active 2, The Fight, SingStar Volume 2. Might even keep that myself, I don't know yet. Assassin's Creed, WWE 12, UFC 2010, PlayStation Move Starter Disc, and Pirates of the Caribbean. Like I say, I'm not collecting for collecting's sake for the PlayStation 3. It is just going to be choice of titles like this. Although I was speaking to, who did I speak to? Scott Gloryhunt about this game recently, and he said it's not a great game. Basically, DC cartoonified it, which is fair enough and everything like that, but the thing that made it bad was the fact they took out the fatalities, which for a Mortal Kombat game without fatalities, that just doesn't sound that good. I mean, the graphics look quite good for me at the back. I own this for the Xbox 360, never got around to playing it. In fact, I think Dylan actually bought this off me, so yeah, that's a nice little upgrade. And so we're going to go to the car booty man. I'm just trying to think how to do this. Right, okay, let's do this. Right, okay. First up, Xbox games. Not Xbox 360 games, Xbox games. So, yeah. Maybe tap, maybe not. I don't know. What should we go from best to worst? I don't know what best to worst is. I know this was a cheap game. I think this was like £2 or something. And it's The Chase. Chase Hollywood Stunt Driver. I just thought that sounded interesting. It's not something that is on the PlayStation 2. I think it might be in the PlayStation 2 in America, but I don't think we got it over here. But yeah, it's got Sum 41 on the soundtrack. I mean, how can you go wrong with that for a couple of quid? I actually think I paid 20 quid for these 3 games, which is probably a bit steep, but it's like swings and roundabouts with my car booty man. It's like sometimes you've got to take the rough with the smooth. And next up, a game I actually have for the PlayStation 2, so I don't know why I got it. But I do like the game series. I think that's probably why. And it's Alien Hominid. And to be honest, I'll probably find out. Oh, if I look over there, I've probably even got this. I've got a feeling I might even have this. But this one's sealed. And what's cool about this, it's sort of like Metal Slug, but like really cartoonified. A proper run and gun game. If guys can remember, this was on, what was it, Newsgrounds or something? It was like a Flash game. I can remember playing it on there, and I just didn't like it because it was Flash, but I liked the idea of it. So when it came out to console, I was like, yes, that's great. Well, I say when it came out to console, I think I got it about 10 years after that. So when I got it, for my standards anyway. And next up, I don't know if this is a good one or anything like that. It does seem quite... not rare, but like more uncommon, and this was the one that I paid the most for. I think this was 10 quid and them two were 10 quid together. And it is, what is it? Furious Karting for the Xbox. Now, yeah, it's only on Xbox, and that's pretty much the only reason why I wanted it. So, yeah, it looks actually not bad on the back to say it's a kart racing game I've never heard of before. It looks like a more realistic, but in environments that you wouldn't normally go to, sort of like in the shopping mall and stuff like that. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. I mean, I probably overpaid for it, to be honest. But like I say, swings and roundabouts with my car booty man, because I'll show you a couple of things now. So for a £5, bear in mind I paid 10 quid for this tap. I paid £5 for a sealed copy of San Francisco Rush. Well, I say sealed, it's kind of a bit tatty, and that's kind of why I've got a bit of discount. It is actually broke, the hinge is broken as well, where it's like been bashed around. Again, I think that's kind of why I got it for a £5. So yeah, to be honest, I'll probably take the seal off this. In fact, let's do it now. Let's unseal a PlayStation 1 game live on camera. So yeah, even underneath the seal, it isn't actually that good, this one. It's still got, well, like a little bit of, I don't know, weathering or something. But yeah, obviously with it being sealed, you've got all the little cards and everything like that. Yeah, like I say, the hinge is broken, but for £5 for this game, I don't think that's too bad. I don't think it's much more than that, but yeah, pleased with that. And also, we're just looking through, because it has like collector's cards and stuff like that, and I was looking for Rob, and I saw this and I don't think I've noticed it before, and I asked him how much it was, and it was a £5, and it's a sealed box of Monster Rancher collector game cards. Sorry about that. Now, Monster Rancher is a game I used to love playing as a kid. I never had an original copy. I had it like on one of them burn discs, you know, how we all have. Don't know if that's supposed to sound like that. Don't know what's inside it. But yeah, yeah, so I had that game and I played it, and basically you put your CDs, music CDs in, and you fight different characters and stuff like that, a bit like Pokemon, but like using actual things. So I would get my bloody parents' country and western music and then battle it against with my flipping, I don't know, Slipknot or Blink-182 or something like that. But yeah, it sounds a bit rattly. I don't know why that is, but to be honest, it's never going to get opened. I'm never going to play it. I just like it because of the Monster Rancher branding. So that'll be just like kind of adding to sort of like the background. I'm getting into more stuff, like getting stuff like this just for collecting sake, just sort of like adding a bit of character to all these bloody boring spines that are everywhere, because it gets a bit too much, the spines. So I'm getting distracted by the bloody TV again. I shouldn't put that on. I thought I'd have it on as a bit of background music. And bonus points if you can tell what game is playing in the background. Maybe some of you will know. And next up, another game. It's not a game. This isn't a game. He's had this for a while, and I don't know why it's not sold. Although I kind of do. And it is the Virtua stick. So this, he had it for 35 quid, and I got it for 30 quid, which I think was a cracking deal. Now, it's got its problems. It's kind of got like a little tear there on the paper. And it was really yellow. Well, not really yellow, but it was yellowed anyway. It was, you would notice it. I think that's kind of what put a lot of people off it. But I took it all apart and I cleaned it up. And what I'm going to do is, this is going to be my player's stick. And in fact, because here's my other one, just to show. This is the one I actually have. But the stick on this one feels a lot better than the other one. It's got like, it feels like a slightly shorter throw. It just feels a lot, I don't know, more solid and a lot more clickier. And I have been enjoying using this one a lot more than the other one. So I think what I'm going to do is put the other one on display, have it as a nice collector's piece, and this one will, like I say, be my player's one. And when someone wants to come over and want to play a two-player game, I'll give them that dodgy one and I'll get this one, and then I can win. I can beat everyone, can't I? That seems like a better plan. Although maybe I shouldn't have told everyone about that dodgier stick. Maybe I should have just give it to them, and then when they can't beat me, they would never know why. Next up, now this is cool. Again, he showed me this before, and to be honest, I've ruined this having this in my bag. But I'm gonna be putting this on display, and this one's gonna be on display proudly. To be honest, I flipping ruined this. This was actually in really good condition, but now it's got like a few creases and it's got like a bit of a mark there. And it is a book, a Capcom video game illustrations book. I actually got another one off him as a gift like a couple of months ago, and it was, who was it? It was more of an anime one, and I can't remember what it is. It was a big anime series of one of the guys who did that. I can't remember what it's called. Ghost in the Machine guy. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it was like all of his drawings for Ghost in the Machine and all the other stuff that he does. And he was like, because it wasn't a gaming thing, he was like, you could just have it. I was like, fair enough. But yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. Look inside here, it is just absolutely stunning. Lots of different characters in here. We've got the Mega Man characters. Who have we got here? Strider. Just a really stunning book. And then we've got the real originations of characters. So yeah, this is going to be definitely pride of pet place. There's even a few little comic books. That's pretty cool. I don't know what it says, but obviously that's the start, isn't it? And then you do it that way. Oh, camera's looking a little bit naughty there. But yeah, in fact there's even like higher gloss pages inside as well. It's just such a great book, this. And I am really, look at that Darkstalkers artwork there. Really pleased to get this. It wasn't cheap. I think I paid about 30 quid. But again, it was like 25 or 30 quid. In fact, I think I maybe paid 50 quid for the Virtua stick in this. Or did I pay 60 quid? I can't remember. I paid something for it anyway. I mean, it is better than the going rate for it. especially if you like your Street Fighter. Now what's cool about this isn't a modern sort of book. This is actually from 1995, so this is like one of the original sort of like fan art book from back in the day, because you wouldn't have had many of these about. I mean, I don't know of any that really was like this much detail in anything. I mean, look how much, like, from the origination of like the drawings and stuff, and then yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. Even got the registration card inside. Wonder what would happen if I sent that off now. Yeah, so this is just going to be a nice little display piece. So again, really pleased with that. So a couple of more things from the Car Beauty Man, and then we're going to go eBaying. We're going eBaying, and there's a couple of nice things from the eBay, I've got to say. And next up, when I got them two boxed Saturn games from him like about a month or two ago, I left one behind because I wasn't really too sure if I wanted it or not. And again, I think I flipping ruined this having it in that bag all this time. And yeah, I didn't know if I wanted it, but then I was watching a few videos and it did look actually better than I thought. It's got a bit of fade, again, it's got a bit of fading on the top. It's Fighters History Dynamite. Now I noticed that this goes for a little bit more than them other games, but yeah, I think I paid like 30 quid for this, maybe 35. There was one that went on eBay and it sold really cheap, like literally that weekend, which I did actually bid on and I got outbid. So I just used that as my bargaining tool, and yeah, I got it. Basically, this is just Street Fighter by, who is it by? Can't remember who does it. Data East did this. So yeah, it's basically Data East's version of Street Fighter, like one-on-one copy of Street Fighter. Yeah, he looks cool. I and down about it because it wasn't as unique as them other games, and I'm probably got Fighters History somewhere else as well, but do you know what? Another big box game for a fairly reasonable price, and I had money burning in my pocket, so yeah, not bad I think at all. And yeah, that is actually my last of the Car Beauty Man stuff. So we're going to get a big thing out of the way first, a big item, not a big like heavy hitter or anything. But it is one that I've been wanting for some time. And yeah, it is another fight stick. It's the Tatsunoko vs Capcom Ultimate All-Stars fight stick for the Wii. So yeah, there was actually a fight stick for a Wii. I did mention this to someone the other day, and there was like an arcade stick for the Wii. Yeah, like I've missed out on this a few times now for quite an okay price, and I've actually paid more for this than I should have done, realistically. But yeah, there was the first time I and ahed about it. It was at, again, Doncaster Market. Someone had it there. I can't remember who it was, but like I asked the price, and there was like, I think it's 50 quid, and I asked if I could get it cheaper, and there was like, it's not my stall, come back later and then maybe ask then. And when I came back, it was gone. The second time I saw it, again, I can't remember the guy's name who had it, because I have seen him quite a lot of the markets as well. And he had this, but it was a modified version. He actually took all the gubbins out of it and turned it into a PC stick. But he said the Wii stuff's in there if I wanted. And he was like selling it for like 20 quid. And I mean, I should have got it. But because I was like, I'm not very good at like the messing about parts, I didn't want to get it. But yeah, ultimately, in the end, I've got it. And yeah, this is going to look great. I love the artwork on this. A game that just never came out on any other system other than the arcade. But the arcade was actually based on a Wii hardware, pretty much. So yeah, it's very ingrained into the Nintendo side of things. So Tatsunoko is sort of, what is it called? Battle of the Planets and a few other different characters. I can't remember who they are off the top of my head. But yeah, and then it's got like Capcom, and yeah, it's a cool little fighter. And now I've got the stick, I'll probably play it, because I actually have the game. I do have the game. So yeah, one that I've really been looking forward to getting. I think it was like 50 quid delivered, and I think the guy paid like, I think it was like 13 quid postage for it. So bless him, he didn't get much money for it really. But yeah, what else have we got? We'll show that one next, I think. Yeah, I've got a few things. Got a few games. Nice. Next one from Japan. It took like about a month to get here. I think it cost me like 15 quid in total to come over. And it is, I'm trying to remember the name. I should research this stuff instead of just like having it in piles around the room for like days on end. Umihami Kawase. What I'll do is I'll probably put, for this one, I will put the name on it underneath. Now this is a cool platform. It's been around for quite some time, back from the Super Nintendo days, or at least Super Famicom. Now this Super Famicom game is like about 800 quid game or something. And I'm not too sure if this is a remake or like it's very similar but like new levels but made 3D. But yeah, like it's an interesting game that I've never actually played. I kind of not 100% sure if I'm going to like it or not, but for 15 quid I think that price is just good enough to kind of like get in there and try it out really. And then if I wanted to, I can go crazy and spend all the money on the bloody Super Famicom one. But yeah, it's basically what the mechanic that is, I don't really like is you're basically a fisher or something like that, and you have this fishing rod and you use it to sort of like grappling hook different areas and move along. And it's sort of like Bionic Commando in some ways, but a bit more cutie. But they're still knocking games out for this series now. I mean, there was sort of a Smash Brothers rip-off that has just recently come out in the last month or something on PlayStation 4. So yeah, it's a very popular franchise, and I think this version got ported over to the Vita and PlayStation 4 limited run recently as well. Oh, it's nice this. It's alright. It's alright. Being a Weiss or white beer, it's not as gassy as these lagers and stuff. Us drinks that Brits drink. Right, so next up, everyone's probably heard this now, but when we get drunk on the weekend, me, Ross, Rob, and what's his name? Big Game Al. Changed his name now. Big Name Al, not Planet Retro anymore. Doesn't collect retro, just collects modern. Well, mid-modern now, isn't it? But yeah, we go through the shelves and then we pick out a game. Well, we choose a number, like 1 to however many different shelf compartments, and then we fine tune it to like how many numbers are on that shelf, and then we pick from that number. The person comes along, picks a game up, and then if we don't own it, we have to buy it, and if we do own it, we just go along the shelf until we find a game that we don't own. So I've done it on a few different people's shelves before, and I've got a couple of games actually. I've got one game over there that I've not even shown for the PlayStation 3. That was off Ross's shelf. But from Big Game Al's shelf, because his shelf is just full of so much quality gaming, I got like a very big heavy hitter, which is Windsurfer's Paradise. And with Big Hitter, I'm taking a piss a little bit. This cost me £2.20 delivered or something. It's a Midas game, so you know the quality is definitely not going to be there. But I thought I'd go along, I would pick it up, and I thought, do you know what? I kind of like quirky titles like this. It's not something I would choose to go buy or anything like that. If I saw it from a car boot, I probably would have picked it up, to be fair. But yeah, it's got a bit of a story behind it now. So again, this has got flipping broken everything by the sound of it. Bloody disc has come out. All them spindles aren't broken. Bloody PlayStation 1 disc. Bane of my life. At least the Japanese ones are a lot more quality. They just seem to be a lot more robust than what we got. Which is a shame really. Yeah, this plastic doesn't seem to be as brittle. So yeah, never mind. But yeah, going from that shit, sorry, putting it bluntly, we're going to go to this, and fucking, I'm an idiot. But yes, I know why I'm an idiot, and I'll tell you why. I got this game. I actually sent a message to Tootie about this, and I was like, look, I put a stupid offer, and I got quite a good offer back. And I was like, I think if you went and pushed it, you could probably get it for a bit cheaper, because ultimately I wanted the Saturn version, and this is a PlayStation 1 game, and it's a PAL version, and it's a shooter. So for me, I realistically wanted the Japanese Saturn one. But I noticed it like about a week or two later, and it was still on for sale, and so I put in that lower offer, and I got it. And I think for 80 quid, I think it was posted, I got Gekio Shooting King. So it's an expensive game, but yeah, for 80 quid, this was a great price. Tui actually never actually got back to me to say if he's got it. He might have even had it, and that might be the reason why. But yeah, for 80 quid, that's a good price. Now, the reason why, I don't think the seller was totally stupid or anything like that. He knew that it wasn't all right. It's not got like the full value to it, because, as he said it, the disc was scratched up, but playing. So I actually got it, and I thought I'll just take it as a risk. I mean, worst case scenario, because he said that and it's playing, if it doesn't work, I can return it and get my money back. So I got it home, and I've actually been playing it. I've played it a few times, and it's actually a really good game. I can see why people love this game so much. So, oh God, I can't remember. It's not called Gekio in Japan. And the funny thing is, the title screen doesn't say Gekio as well. It's Shinryu in Japanese. So yeah, really, really good game. I'm really glad I've got it actually. I nearly bought a Shinryu. A Japanese one that's got scratches on it as well, but I've resisted it. But yeah, I'm not too sure what to do. I was going to take it in to get disc cleaned, but I don't want to jinx it, because I know CX have told me. CX have put me off, because I've seen PlayStation 1 games get cleaned all the time. But I went to a couple of CXs and they said they don't disc clean PlayStation 1 games, and because it doesn't work for them. And I was like, I'm pretty certain it does, because I'm sure I've had PlayStation 1 games disc cleaned in the past. But that is just put like a nagging doubt into my head. So do I get it disc cleaned and risk that it might actually break it, or just leave it as it is? I don't know. What do you guys suggest? Not too sure on that one. But yeah, Gekio Shooting King, proper good game there. Really good. Definitely recommend it. If you can get it for under 100 quid and you like shooters, definitely get that. That is worth every penny. And we're going to finish it off with one of the rarest games I've got in my collection for quite some time. Yeah, so with that, it is actually a really rare game. In fact, I'll show you now. The Wii Springdale for the Wii. I can't actually believe I've got this for a multitude of reasons. Now, if you've noticed, all the games that I've got before are games that I would probably actually play, maybe except for the exception of that karting game, but I kind of want to play that as well. So why have I got this? Because I have said that I'm only going to be picking up games that I want to play, or at least got a very high interest in playing. The thing is, I've had this on my search list history for years, and I think I've only seen it come up once, and it was like over 100 quid, and it sold. Now this came up, and it was 25 quid, including the postage from, I can't remember, somewhere near Sweden, right? I can't remember. But yeah, it's one that, not actually a UK game, so it's harder to find over here. But it's part of the PAL set. It's got a green thing on the edge there, so for me, you need this. If you're a PAL Wii collector, you need this. And like I say, because of its rarity, I had to get it. There is a PlayStation 2 one. In fact, the PlayStation 2 one, I've seen that a couple of times over, like, you probably see that once or twice a year maybe. And that one sold actually about a month before I got this for 125 quid, I think it was, which wasn't a bad price. The previous time I saw that sold was about 100 quid. So yeah, it was just a no-brainer to get this, to be honest, because worst case scenario, I could put this up for sale again, or at least use it for good trade for something. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I've got a soft spot for horse games, like a lot of us middle-aged collectors have. I don't know what it is, but they seem to enter all of our collections with no rhyme, no reason, other than that to say we've got flipping horse games. Craziness, isn't it? Absolute craziness. But yeah, really pleased to get this in my collection. I don't know. I'm hoping this is going to be the the last rare game for rarity's sake that I get. But I like to really contradict myself. But yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed this evening's viewing of plastic tat and plastic addiction that I have of getting all this crap into the house. And yeah, sorry, click test there for Sean. Into the house, onto the shelves. Yes, and I hope to see you guys on the live stream that we do, hopefully at 8 o'clock, but things are subject to change. Keep your eyes peeled. Who knows what's going to happen. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!